when you are traveling inland and not along the coast. It is part of the Klein Karoo and also part of the Breede River Valley. Breede means wide, the wide river, and by South African standards, this is a very large river. It seems that every town along this road has its own wine route. Berrydale, Montague, Robertson, Worcester, Paarl. I imagine another name for it would be the fruit route, because every river valley is a sea of trees, dripping with fresh fruits. As we drive down yet another stunning river valley with towering cliffs and a tranquil stream meandering between shaded green trees, my friend asked me, "Why is no one living here? How is this not filled with vacation homes?" And I have to be honest, I don't know. But I truly hope that it does not get filled up with housing development after housing development anytime soon. This is the center of farm stays. My sister spends almost every long weekend here in some cottage under the shade trees next to a river or a dam. While the Karoo is the land of wide open spaces, the southern part of the Breede River Valley is the Cape Heartland, with towns like Bonneville, Robertson and Worcester. Here you find family farms that date back to the 1700s. The towns here reflect the history of the country. Cape Dutch architecture becomes Victorian architecture, and then modernist houses are replaced again with Cape Dutch revival. Each of these towns are worth exploring. Almost all of them boast a museum with information and artifacts of the region. This is the heartland. This is where the original boere came from. But the area is changing. Now wine and fruit and other agriculture vies with tourism as the main industry, not just for South Africans. International tourists are finding that there are much to do and explore in these river valleys. Route 62 is the slower, prettier version of the N2. Instead of speeding and dodging trucks, you can meander down Route 62. You can take your time to stop at one of the legion of farm stalls along the road, or detour to a wine farm. There are now coffee shops and sandwich stops and delis in every town. Fresh farm bread is not just baked because the farms here had to be self-sufficient. It is baked because people from the city is discovering that life is so much better if you slow down a bit and take the time to appreciate good food, good company, and beautiful scenery. The last bit of curvy road between Montague and Ashton is seriously one of the prettiest pieces of road in South Africa. And then you are on the R60 and everything happens against the backdrop of the mountains. And what is nestled here in the folds of the mountains and the Breede River Valley is the beating heart of the Western Cape. This is not the flashy cities or the beachy vacation vibe that you get along the coast. This is where the Western Cape gets down to business. And the business is growing stuff. Literally billions of dollars are made from the stone fruits and grapes that are grown in this region, and vineyards alternate with fruit orchards. This is Bible country, and each town boasts a towering church as one of its major buildings. The people of this area are so very friendly. Everywhere you go, you are greeted with huge smiles and chatty conversation. Many of the people here speak Afrikaans, and I had to dust off my Afrikaans a few times. Not that everyone does not also speak English. My American friends commented that it's easier to travel in South Africa than in many areas of Europe, since everybody speaks at least some English. The history here runs deep, and nowhere is that more apparent than in Worcester, where you can visit Klein, now also called the Worcester Museum. Klein means small farm, and it is an open-air museum and reenactment center that focus on the agriculture of the region. I greatly regret not stopping here. Entrance is free, and it's just a marvelous place to visit, where every visit you have a chance to find a different reenactment. From stomping on grapes to make wine, to sheep shearing, or even making the famous Mampoer, the South African version of moonshine. Past Worcester, we rejoin the N2. Now it's just a short shot back to our accommodation, and we can see the end of the trip looming. Time to start planning for my next trip to South Africa. Please subscribe to my channel and share some suggestions as to where I should visit next time I'm in Cape Town.